Okay, we all know what Lincoln Riley brought to the table as soon as he was announced as head football coach, but you guys have a completely different perspective on what goes on in his football program. Was there a moment where you started to realize, like, wow, I cannot wait to play for this guy?
I think it was obviously, like you said, right when it gets announced, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of good energy towards it. But I remember probably those first couple weeks of spring ball, really installing the offense, starting to execute plays, starting to get a really good feel for the offense. I was like, all right, like this is going to be fun as an O lineman, and if we're executing as a unit and we're locked in, like this is going to be fun. And I think it just goes a lot to say for him as an offensive coach, an offensive mind.
Yep.
I'm really excited to play in this offense.
You guys had a good offensive line coach last year. And you have a good one that you added this year. And what is Coach Henson's main focus with you guys as an offensive line?
There's a lot of points of emphasis with Coach Henson, and I think we've all learned a lot from him these last 8 months. But just kind of from in all areas, he's taught us a bunch of different techniques. New way of thinking about how to block people. Obviously, every coach has different emphasis and things like that. I think he's done a great job implementing those with us, and also just his mentality, his standards, his goals for the room, how we should be as men, how we should be on and off the field, things like that. I think he's done a really good job of emphasizing those things.
Okay. Let's say somebody came in here who knows nothing about USC except you got a new football coach.
Yeah.
And they asked you, what's different?
Tough to sum up in words. I would think a lot is different. Yeah, that's tough to sum up into words, but okay. I'm excited to get going with fall camp with these guys, and I really am excited.
This isn't just off-season optimism this year based off the feedback that I'm getting from a lot of players. You guys literally have a strong confidence you've developed. How did that develop?
I think I think we put a lot of work in this off season, more than I've done in previous years. And I think just every day working with Coach Henson, Coach Riley, Coach Wiley, Coach Kagans, whoever it may be, confidence comes from doing the work, prior to that. So I think just on and off the field, in the weight room, on the practice field, that we put a lot of work in. And obviously, we've got a really unique roster, a lot of talented dudes here, and we're really excited to play with each other and get rolling in camp.
All right. I'll ask you it's like 2 or 3 more questions, but the running back room is extremely talented.
Yeah.
So we know about Travis. We know about Austin. We've seen him play when you guys played Stanford. Yeah. And we know about Darham because he was with you guys last year. But we're hearing like some legitimate excitement about Rayleigh Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, Travis, Austin, Darwin, those guys are awesome. Rayleigh came here, a couple months ago in the summer. I think he's done a great job working hard in the strength conditioning program. Obviously, I haven't seen him, practice or have a full football day yet or anything, but no doubt that he stands out speed-wise and quickness-wise. He's obviously a really gifted athlete, and excited to get working with him too.
Do you guys sense the excitement level that the fans currently have for this upcoming season?
I think a little bit. We're not always, at least I'm not always looking at outside noise and stuff,
yeah.
But I think you do kind of sense that feeling of excitement, of optimism, of, I think you can feel it, and I think we also are very excited about it.
All right. Jonah Monheim. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Yes. You stumped me there with the what is different.
Well, there's so much different.
Right.
Because I take feedback from this guy. I just remember the first time I covered John Jackson, Kyle Ford, receivers, Gary Bryant Jr. And they're like, you're not going to believe how awesome this offense is. He's just going to blow your mind.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So that's got to be fun to go work your ass off every day knowing that you guys have.
Like I told you, that was kind of my moment, a couple weeks in the spring, where I was like, this is going to be awesome. If we're clicking, we're executing as we should be. That was kind of my moment too.
We have a head coach. I won't keep him much longer, but he's like, I don't know how I talk to him. I'm like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different level way he communicates. Am I wrong?
No, you see the same stuff we see. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, probably, I've always felt like it was easier for a younger wide receiver to play before a younger old lineman, just because the physical difference between a 21-year-old man and a 17-year-old kid, it gets exposed in our world really fast. Not so much in the other world. All right, thank you.
You got time for just like 2 more questions?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go, Scott Schrader.
Yeah, Scott. Good to see you. Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good.